So what did I learn from my YouTube live last night? Well, because I have only 71 subscribers, you need 1,000 subscribers to save your lives. I mean, they save them, but you can't go back to the live and observe it. It's kind of like locked in place until I guess you hit 1,000 subscribers. And then you can go back and see your first live. But there is something in there. When you're doing your live, you can hit highlight and it'll grab like a minute and 30 seconds or so of footage as you're going along, where you can record it, and then it makes a short video and puts it into your YouTube. So that could be very useful. Every so often hitting that when you know you're getting to a key point of something you're going to say. I mean, it's kind of like driving a car. You have to get used to the dashboard while you're driving. That'll take some practice. And this live at this beginner point is not the true dashboard that you would get when you hit 1,000 subscribers. There's not that much in there to figure out. And what I found was it took about between 3 to 6 minutes. It started with 1 to 2 to 3 people, and then it started climbing up to about 35 people watching. And then that fluctuated from 20 to 30, and I only did a 10-minute live, and then I started getting a little nervous, and had I maybe stayed longer, I could have watched the numbers grow, but I have to get my what I'm talking about down, so that I can drive like you do a car without thinking about it or paying attention, kind of subliminally paying attention. But yes, so sadly you can't go back and observe. I learn a lot from observation. That's why I always say, it's like the video diary or the practicing, is that if I could have went back and seen myself in that 10 minutes, I might have learned a lot. So you can do live before you even have on numerous subscribers, unless I'm in some kind of grandfather clause because I've had YouTube for a long time. I'm not sure, but I was able to, and it wasn't that scary as I thought it was going to be. I guess because I've been making a few films every day. It just feels like you're making another film or another video. But I will say, I believe if I did lives more often, and if I probably stayed for a half an hour, I'll build it up into increments. Hopefully I get the nerve to do it again. That's another thing. I think it's like anything, you got to keep doing it, and forcing yourself to do it so that it just becomes second nature. Like it's no big deal. It's like, well, getting dressed in the morning. So I think if I kept doing it based on those statistics, you could probably grow your YouTube channel and your subscribers pretty quickly, if you had your content figured out in your head pretty good. But what was messing me up also was, if it went to 3 people and then down to 1 person and then up to 10 people and back to 3 people and up to 35 people and to 21 people, it's like, do I have to repeat this again because these people just showed up in the middle of it? And that's going to take a little bit of time for my brain to get around. So that's why you probably find a lot of webinars and things will start slow for the first 20 minutes or so, and then get into the information, is probably for that very reason. But then you could probably go back into your live after you hit the 1,000 subscribers, where you probably could edit your live and then just cut the first 20 minutes out. So, and I'm all about time too, so waiting for the people to come is 20 minutes. I could have made another video, but you have to look at what is worth your time? And that would be definitely worth your time, because then you're speaking to a larger audience at a one-time effort, speaking to numerous people, um, and right away, where you're interactive. I mean, I was actually even commenting, asking where people were from, and that sort of thing. I think I noticed my brain just kicked into it, naturally. So I didn't know how I would be, if I could even handle comments, or would I be able to interact. But I think if I did a few more of these, um, it, it would be fine. The only thing I don't like is, darn, I wish these people would be kind of like on a video talk, and where you could actually talk to them back and forth. But I'm sure there's some features like that. I've seen people on Facebook bring another person on, or maybe in Zoom or something. So it's figuring this all out. Yeah, so that was my experience with the YouTube live last night, and yeah, I'll have to try that again, and and keep pushing myself forward. And then I guess the other thing I want to learn how to do is how to get two cameras working at the same time, or is it one? I think you have to have two, to have TikTok live and YouTube live at the same time, and then a third one for Facebook live, so that you're tripling your time exponentially from the three feeds. That would be a lot of growth for sure, in one given time period. But it's all a learning process, and it's just doing it and not being afraid of trying. I mean, yeah, I felt a little ridiculous after I did it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, but it's okay. It's okay. You're like learning how to drive or learning how to walk. You have to start at the place you're at. There's no skipping it. You can't skip crawling to get to walking. You can't skip practicing anything, or falling for that matter, to get good at something. So I'm going to keep trying and see how this goes. Have a great day.